2試合ライト級5分2ラウンド大原ジュリ VS ロククダリ
ただいまより第2試合ライト級 70.3 キロ以下5分2ラウンドを行います。青コーナーよりロククダリ選手、赤コーナーより大原ジュリ選手の入場です。
So we've got ourselves an international matchup here as Juri Ohara of Japan set to take on Daryl Lokuku from the Congo. It's going to be another 2-rounder, 5 minutes each round. Ohara has a pretty decent record of 9-5-1 coming in, and this guy is a striker. Absolutely all wins have come by way of TKO, as Lokuku, who has a record of just 2-1 coming in, so he's at an experience disadvantage, has lost his last fight that was in Pancreas about 1 year ago, and now the 19-year-old looking to step back into the ring here after a year break and take out somebody who if he can manage to win, should boost his rankings here in Deep significantly. Juri Ohara on his way down to the ring. As I said, a lot more experience under this guy's belt. But there was also this kind of unknown factor, this kind of mystique about Daryl Lokuku inside the ring, the Kongan. But he'd better be ready for a fight. He'd better be ready for the punches and the kicks of Juri Ohara, because this guy does not like to go to the ground, and he doesn't like his fights to go longer than they have to. He likes to try to knock out his opponent as quickly as possible. He likes a hard, physical, brutal style of stand-up fighting. And Daryl Lokuku, no stranger to that as well. So this one should be a slugfest, is what I'm expecting. And I think that both these guys will be more than willing to embellish just a little bit on their striking game. And we'll see who comes out on top. Juri Ohara trying to psych himself up here for this one. He knows what's at stake here. As I said, he's 9-5-1, so seems like those losses are starting to creep up just a little bit on him, and he needs to do something to turn around his career. A big win over Lokuku could do that for him. Looks to me like Juri Ohara has got a lot of tape on his body. Could be coming in here with some injuries that I don't know about, as he's got his left shoulder taped up. Also got some tape on his back and on his foot. Daryl Lokuku looks to be 110% and ready for this one. This is a lightweight contest at 70 kilograms or 154 pounds. And Ohara already coming out striking. Lokuku catches him with a right hand though. As you can see, Ohara a little bit taller, Lokuku a little bit thicker. Both guys looking to stand and strike, as I suspected. Lokuku with a little left hook there. Ohara covering up. Lokuku's got him on the run. Right hand that lands.
パワーが、体つき見ても分かると思うんですけど、フィジカルの差はかなりあると思います。
No guys, neither guy's showing any signs of taking this thing to the ground yet.
なるほど。序盤からかなり
Head kicks, just kind of shrugged off by Lokuku.
当たった時のその強さで
Moving in now with short strikes again. Ohara has a little bit of a reach advantage. He's kind of a taller, lankier kind of a fighter. He's got that reach advantage, those long arms and legs. Hasn't been too much of an issue yet as they battle up against the ropes for position on the inside.
3連敗の後に1勝だったんですけど、
はい。
実力は本当にありますよね。はい。
Almost in a half Nelson of sorts is Lokuku.
もう一つ頭
Up against the corner here.
しっかりとこれ勝ちを白星を重ねたいと思います。
Referee gonna go ahead and break him up there. Not a whole lot of action going on. It's the same kind of a situation as if it's kind of like a stalemate on the ground. Head kick attempted by Ohara. Big right hand that time by Lokuku. As he goes down to the ground, does Ohara.
そうですね。そこまで深い入りではなくて、
I would have to say that Lokuku thus far in the fight looks to be a little bit more aggressive and is throwing stronger, more powerful strikes.
蹴りも蹴ってくるんですけどね。
そうです。
Ohara needs to use his reach advantage, needs to keep Lokuku away. Once this guy gets inside, he's very powerful.
ジャブを出してきました。大原はこのジャブを得意にしています。
いたずらに蹴ってしまうと蹴りのリズムになっちゃうから、それ相手得意でも出さないっていうのもあるんですよ。
Oh, nice right hand there that time. Oh, the big uppercut that just narrowly misses. Lokuku teeing off now on Ohara. Look at those big shots. I just snapped his head back with another one. Lokuku now really giving the business to Ohara. He looks like he's split him open a little bit. There's some blood, I believe, on the face. I can't tell exactly where it's coming from. It doesn't look like there's a cut. Looks like there's a little blood, though, somewhere. I can't tell from this position exactly. Ohara now wrapping him up again with that half Nelson. He may be looking for a break here from the referee. It looks like the cut is on the bridge of the nose. Looks like there's a small cut on the bridge of the nose of Ohara. Nothing that's going to stop the fight yet, but that could be detrimental to his breathing. Looks like Lokuku now looking very, very confident in there. Rightfully so. Ooh, there's another right hand by Lokuku. As he goes down, Ohara had an opening there temporarily but couldn't capitalize. Looks like the tape on his right foot is coming loose. The referee may need to address that situation. Lokuku looking very calm in there. A head kick way off the mark by Ohara that time. There's another right hand. Back and forth they go. Lokuku, he's got him on the run again. Up against the ropes with a big forearm shot. Ohara being overwhelmed. Up against the ropes now. Lokuku really opening up here. A look of surprise and disappointment on some of the fans sitting around here at ringside, which I saw. Ohara with that cut over the bridge of his nose. Lokuku really taking it to Ohara here in this opening round as the referee steps in once again. Ohara now gets his foot caught, gets tagged with the right hand. He's got Lokuku in the corner now. Time starting to slip away here in round number 1. This is 2 5-minute rounds here, and there's the bell. So Lokuku, it's good for him that as soon as that bell rang, he was already in his own corner. Ohara had to walk all the way across the ring. So looking back on round number 1, I think that there's no doubt in my mind that Lokuku was the winner of that round. He had Ohara on the run, backpedaling for a lot of the time. He definitely did a lot more damage. As you can see, he's got a nice shiner on the top of his right eye. It's all black and blue, and he's got a nice cut on the bridge of his nose. Lokuku doesn't look out of breath or really tired at all. Meanwhile, Ohara over there in his corner is being examined by the doctors.
セコンドには元フェザー級チャンピオン松本幸一郎の姿があります。
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Look at the right eye. Every second, it is just swelling more and more. He can barely even see out of that thing now. And I think as this fight goes on, he's not even going to be able to see out of that thing. Good grief. Oh, and there's another big right hand by Lokuku as he just goes right back to town on Ohara. That eye is going to be a major factor in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. He's not even going to be able to see Lokuku. Lokuku needs to circle to his left. That's what he's doing because Ohara's not even going to be able to see where he is. Look at that eye is just swelling up like a grapefruit on the face of Juri Ohara. Lokuku now looking for that big right hand again. He nailed him with it. Back into the corner, and Ohara is up to his same tricks, trying to hold. Look at some of these people here, just disgusted by the look of Ohara's eye. Looks like he's got a second face growing out of his eye. That is not a pretty sight, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure that Ohara is having difficulty seeing out of that eye. No doubt that's got to have an effect mentally on his performance inside the ring too, because when you know you're hurt, you know you're damaged, your confidence level slips. Ohara looking for a tie clinch, and Lokuku shrugs him off. Whoa, big left hand by Lokuku that landed flush into the face of Ohara once again. Ohara's in trouble here, and he's trying to buy himself some time. Again, both these guys are real big strikers. We haven't even really seen any attempt by either gentleman to take this fight to the ground yet. And referee senses a lull in the action. Oh boy. That eye is swollen completely shut. He cannot see out of that eye at all. I think if this were a UFC fight or some other promotion, they'd go ahead and just stop the fight. This referee letting it go on here. Lokuku, oh, there's a couple nice right hands and a left right in that injured eye again. Oh, and another right. Lokuku just having his way with Ohara here. Now he's got that left hand slipped underneath the chin. You can feel the tension in this arena right now, ladies and gentlemen, as they go down to the ground for the first time. Maybe Ohara feels that he may be more successful on the ground, but as I said, he doesn't have a single win by way of submission. Lokuku fighting very well in here. He's squeezing that head. If I were Lokuku, I would try to slip that forearm oh, there you go. Put as much pressure on the eye as possible. Try to slip that forearm across his eye. Ohara slips out of it. Nicely done. Now he's in the half guard of Lokuku. If he can stay on top here, might be the only chance he could have of maybe getting some points in his favor of the fight. Lokuku needs to try to get off of him or throw some more punches off his back, try to do some damage that way. Oh, nice job by Lokuku. Almost shrugged him off, but now he's in a dangerous position. Their arms are tied up. I think if Lokuku can hold on to this armbar, he may be able to get a Kimura or some kind of a submission out of it, but it doesn't look like Ohara is going to release his legs. Now, this is a very precarious position here. Ohara cannot afford to let that arm slip out behind his back, or else there could be a potential submission. At the same time, Lokuku is not in a is in a position to really do anything else here. And he's got to be weary not to give his back up to Ohara, because we've already seen 3 rear naked chokes thus far.
これはワンチャンスありますよ。
Ohara now scoring some points with those punches. From behind, Lokuku powering out of it.
一本取りに行きたいですね。
And is the referee going to stand him up here or no? Ohara fighting for all he's worth, really letting Lokuku have it. And there's the bell. Well, Ohara doing a little bit of something towards the end of that round. But he's behind on the cards as far as I'm concerned, as he just almost collapses out of exhaustion over there in his corner. Wow, Lokuku's exhausted as well. Oh, but look at the eye. Look at the eye of Ohara. That is just disgusting. That thing looks like I said, looks like there's something growing on his face about the size of a grapefruit. Daryl Lokuku definitely did the damage in round number 1. Let's get the decision.
赤大原ジャッジ大城赤大原
大原の勝利。
以上3回でお送りしまして勝者大原ジュリー。
判定は
How is that possible? How did Ohara win the fight? That's ridiculous. Daryl Lokuku just look at his face. Look at what he did to his face. You mean to tell me that Ohara won the fight because of what he did in the second half of round number 2, as compared to what Lokuku did in the whole entire first round and the first half of the second round? Well, I would love to take a peek at the scorecards and look at Lokuku. He knows he got screwed. He knows he got screwed on this one, and Ohara is raising his hand in victory here, but he certainly doesn't look like a winner. Doesn't look like a winner to me. And this crowd just kind of sitting there in silence. I'm not sure they can believe it either. Well, so you always hear about these kind of fights, but well, you just saw it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, congratulations. You didn't really do much. Wow, this is a very disappointing decision in my part. This is Dawn.